This conference will now be recorded.
Am I audible, sir?
Sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I request Padmaja, madam, to address the participants.
Rajesh, are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Your voice is audible, madam.
Okay, good evening, Prasad Rao sir and EEE Department of VJIT, to all the faculty and students of VJIT, Anurag University, Mallareddy Group of Colleges, Loyola Degree College, Venkatram Reddy Degree College, Government Polytechnic College in Electronics, Secunderabad, and other institutes who are part of this great session. The novel coronavirus pandemic has brought the world to a standstill. As we observe lockdown and stay at home in an attempt to contain the dreaded SARS COVID-2 virus that causes COVID-19. It's important to take care of our mental health. There are many ways to help you cope with stress and anxiety triggered by the pandemic. All of you know that meditation is a simple and quick way of to de-stress while restoring your calm and inner peace. Here is how to add meditation to your daily routine to protect your mental health during the COVID-19 lockdown. The national lockdown due to coronavirus pandemic can be stressful, but all of you with meditation you can be stress free also. But there are many things you can do to help you cope with stress and anxiety. Making meditation a daily practice is a great way to maintain mental health and well-being. To ease psychological stresses like anxiety, depression, and pain. And research also suggests that the mind calming practice can also help improve sleep, which relaxes your body throughout the day. Now, coming to the heartfulness meditation, was introduced in VJIT Institute of Technology in July 2015, that is 5 years ago. We have entered MOU with Heartfullness, requesting them to spread these noble activities in all the departments for both faculty and students. Weekly satsangs were started in EEE department, and later on it is extended to the HNS department during lunch hours since 4 years. World Peace Day, International Yoga Day, and special master classes were being organized in VJIT Institute of Technology every year by Heartfullness team. We are thankful to the Heartfullness team for wonderful continuously supporting us in conducting these meditation classes at VJIT. This year, the International Yoga Day celebrations were organized by VJIT in collaboration with Heartfullness for 3 days from 21st June to 23rd June. Nearly 2,000 enthusiastic participants from various colleges have participated in the International Yoga Day. Around 6,500 viewers are there for this YouTube video. And we are happy to say around 270 expressed interest in their feedback to participate in the weekly meditation classes and follow-up sessions by Heartfullness. Today we have with us our guest speaker, Dr. Sairam, co-founder, Urban Kisan, USA, and Heartfullness trainer to give a talk on epigenetics, well-being, and meditation. And I hope all of you will enjoy with this meditation session. And I thank all the participants of the colleges who have joined today's session. Hope all of you have a wonderful learning experience in today's session. Thank you very much. And I thank Prasad Rao sir also for giving me this opportunity to say a few words about heartfulness at VJIT. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, madam. Your words always boost us towards conducting such events. Thank you very much, madam. Now it's time for us to listen to the session. And before going to the session, I would like to introduce the speaker of the day, Dr. P. Sai Ram Reddy Garu. I am really honored to introduce Dr. P. Sai Ram Reddy Garu to the participants. Dr. P. Sai Ram Reddy Garu is a passionate researcher aimed towards developing sustainable agricultural technologies to produce safer food with minimum resources. He obtained his PhD in plant biotechnology from SV University, Tirupati. He did his postdoctoral research in IISc Bangalore as a National Fellow of Biotechnology and in University of Delaware, USA as a NIH Fellow. Since last 17 years, he has been leading several crop improvement projects to develop biotic and abiotic stress-tolerant crop varieties using genomics and biotechnology intervention. He published over 30 research articles in peer-reviewed international journals, presented many more topics in several scientific forums. He was honored by national and international scientific bodies and received several awards for his scientific contributions. A few of them are National Fellow in Biotechnology, awarded by the Department of Biotechnology, Government of India. Best Project Leader and Best Mentor, awarded by JK Organization. Outstanding Biotechnologist by WCPEC, Sri Lanka. He is a recipient of Distinguished Scientist Award by Science and Technology and Siri Foundation by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Excellency Award by Mother Foundation. He has been practicing heartfulness meditation for about 2 decades in Sri Ramachandra Mission. He is currently serving as heartfulness meditation trainer in Sri Ramachandra Mission and is currently Director, Heartfulness Institute and Director, Research and Technology Development in Urban Kisan. Sir, we welcome you, sir. Really, it's a pleasure to have you here, sir. And now I request you, sir, to start. You can take over the session, sir.
Thank you, Rajesh. Thank you, Padmaja Madam. And I thank Sri NLV Prasad Rao Garu for giving me this opportunity to present myself to all of you. I welcome you all for this today's evening session. Good evening, all of you, once again, and welcome to the session. Rajesh, can I share my, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can click on screen, sir, and you can share your presentation, sir.
Yeah. Are you able to see my screen now?
Your screen is visible, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So today I am actually making a big venture to talk about some topic, is epigenetics. Don't worry, I don't want to really go into the details of this, what is epigenetics. But I just wanted to, touch upon certain things which I feel is very, very important to know and make a note of it before we even talk about meditation. So we have a very limited idea of the many things which goes around us. So before I talk about epigenetics, I will introduce this term called genetics, which we might be very familiar. We at least all of you must have actually studied in your high school. So what is genetics? It's actually the material or the code which is embedded in us while we take this form, physical form, right? And we believe that is the reason for what we are now. So that is what a lot of research is also conferring to. But is that all about? Is all genes responsible for everything what we are? That's a very important question which we have to actually address. We are actually a group of cells. Each cell has the structure called DNA. DNA has a series of genes, and these are the genes which we carry or which we inherit from our parents, and that is how we look like. We resemble. We may not be same, but we are similar, and we resemble many things. And for most of our physical form, we say it is because of genes. Now we need to talk about epigenetics. So what is this epigenetics? I put out here two classic examples of epigenetics, which we know every time. Though we might have been seeing these examples everywhere. So if I take a good healthy food, if my diet is appropriate, if I take a proper healthy diet, then I'll be like, physically I appear myself healthier. If my diet is inappropriate, then I appear sick. I might appear obese. I might appear, the weak, the whatever the way it is. So how that is happening? Is it because of genes? We several times say that genes responsible for our obesity or several of our illness. And at the same time, on the other, the pictorial, you can see that habits, how actually transform us. If we have a good habits, we again appear very healthy. If we have a bad habits, then we appear sick. I mean, we lose all the health, and then we get into serious troubles. So is it not responsible? Is it not because of the genes, or is it because of something else? No, this is also responsible, is also because of genes. Genes are only causing this. Genes which we have are actually behaving in a different way. So what is that making us to behave differently? What is triggering these genes to behave differently and to make us differently? That study called epigenetics. If we go to the next topic, wellness. So you see here, wellness is also not a single thing. We generally say the wellness, each one take it to their own, whatever they are lacking at that particular time. Mental wellness, physical wellness, emotional wellness, spiritual wellness, financial wellness. You see, there are many wellnesses, social wellness, many things. Why I'm talking about this wellness and why I was talking about the genetics and epigenetics. In fact, there is a huge, the relation. They are tightly related to each other. We most of the times ignore this link. Sometimes even if we know the link, we do not know the path. even if we have the path, we are not really, we don't have the correct grounding of the path. That's the reason why we have to go back to, the genetics level and understand this. We are, whatever wellness we talk is not something we are talking in a myth. We are actually talking about some scientific basis of the wellness at each and every level. So several of the studies are very clearly demonstrating it's not only the exercise, it is not only the habits of eating and other things, it is also our thoughts which are influencing this epigenetics component. Primarily, those factors which are around us, environmental factors which influence on the genes to trigger, and the effect of these genes getting triggered is seen at a later time. So that environment, we most of the times, one very important factor we ignore is our thoughts, is our own thinking. In fact, this makes the 90% of the environment. We might be there in a polluted environment, might be, breathing the polluted air. But even if we are in the clean air, if we are really anxious about it, if we are worried about it, if we are suspicious about it, we will be creating the same effect of polluted air. So you know very well probably about this concept called placebo effect, especially in those who have any awareness about medical field might be very well aware of this placebo effect. Are those who are connected to our the old days also might be very well aware of this placebo effect. I know my my personal experience. My own grandfather always wants to visit one doctor. He at that time he was 70 years old. He was MBBS, no specialty degrees or anything. Whatever problem my grandfather has, he goes to that doctor only, whatever problem. But what I also see, to my surprise, is not only my grandfather. To get the appointment of that one doctor, these patients go at 4 o'clock in the morning and stand in a queue. All that they want is just to see the doctor. Doctor, all that he is going to do is just touch the patient and give the same paracetamol, or he might give the same very common medicine, but they'll be very happy and they come back and they are cured. So it is very scientifically demonstrated many times, even in the Western world, where with the same faith, if you take even a sugar pill, and many other times they are cured. I'm not talking about maybe a very specialized serious diseases, but most of the common ailments, they were able to get cured. How that happened, even if it is sugar pill? That is because for several diseases, for several problems, physical challenges we face, we have the mechanism built in. The genetics is already existing within us. But what is lacking is that triggering mechanism, that which triggers that, the existing genetics, and the now start healing. Okay, that is what is epigenetics. So this example, I believe that must have given you some idea about what actually happens in us. These days, in the current pandemic situation we have been, all of us are undergoing, and I've been seeing many of them, even if they get cold, a little cough, they're so worried, they're so anxious, it could be a corona. we cannot rule out. There is no way that we can rule out. But more than whether it is a corona or a common cold, but that anxiousness, that the stress which they are undergoing is causing serious problems to them. This is very important thing. And also, like, one of the most advised immune booster is stay calm. You should be able to stay quiet, calm, confident. And what research says is that boosts your immunity. That will be able to cure you from the disease. This is another important an example to explain about epigenetics. And in both the cases, both the examples I gave you, this is not triggered from the cold environment, a hot environment, or the kind of environment. This is the thought environment. This is the environment which is created here, created by us. It doesn't require anything else, right? So that is what is triggering genes all the time. Though this subject epigenetics was known from very beginning of the genetics, but all the time scientists were also thinking this subject epigenetics was related to the environment, what we were actually thinking about, dividing up our own thoughts, our own mental intervention. So now recently, a lot of studies are very clearly coming out and demonstrating the major factor, the fundamental factor which influences this epigenetics is our own thought process. So now if you come back here to wellness, again, this wellness at three different levels we're supposed to understand. The very basic level is a body wellness. It's a physical wellness. It's about health, physical health. At next level, where we talk about mental wellness. At another level, we talk about spiritual wellness. But if you very carefully look at this diagram, none of them are actually separated from each other. Unless you are physically healthy, you cannot imagine a mental wellness. Unless you are mentally, physically healthy, we cannot imagine spiritual wellness. Unless we have the spiritual wellness, we cannot talk about mental and body wellness in a true sense. So this is all the interlinked, extremely tightly linked. That is the reason why that we miss the balance. We have been searching all the time, what is that one important thing, if we work upon, can give this perfect wellness. Let us see that where actually that we can find that. You see this depiction, what I try to put here is, in fact, the wellness is very much personal. I say it is very much personal because it is my wellness and it is created by me. Most of the times we all accept about my wellness, but we generally do not accept that it is created by me, because we see the blame always pointing at many other things, like as I told you, the pollutions and many other things. Okay. Diseases, pollutions, the stress in the office, society not being fair to us, many other things. But if you carefully look at it, it is actually personal. It is my wellness, and I am only responsible for my wellness. And I try to explain this, how it is personal here, and how that can be achieved. It actually starts with the fitness. The fitness is very simple: yoga, physical exercises, not necessarily to build muscle, but it is to make sure that we are fit enough. to do many other things, many day-to-day activities. And the second thing is learn. What is this learning? I would like to make a little emphasis on this. Learn, primarily it is about learning ourselves. In Ashtanga Yoga, this is also called Swadhyaya, meaning learning the self. Most of the times, I forget about myself and I try to know everything else in the world. But I totally ignore knowing about myself. Okay, so with the simple physical fitness and making efforts, looking into myself, trying to know little bit by little bit every day about myself, and then connect to what? This is another subject I would like to define in a different way. This is again not connecting to anything outside. This is again connecting to myself. Connecting to myself. So this is the missing link. We talk so many things, connection to many other things, but we totally ignore myself. So connect to myself to know more about myself. And then nature. We need to be in tune with nature. In tune with nature. That is being simple. Being simple, which gives comfort to us always, you know. And then happiness. Happiness is again not the happiness we every day talk about. That happiness can never happen. The happiness is not being unhappy with what is not there with us. This happiness is about being happy with what we have. And the purpose, knowing the purpose, every one of us is having a purpose. We being a human, we have a purpose. And the peace. Peace is something, again, it is to do with us. It is, I would say, end product of we going through all these six things. If we are able to go through all these six things, peace is a end product. Otherwise, peace is not going to happen. Okay. But at another level, peace is not something, where we most of the times relate to the laziness. No. We need to be restless all the time to move on in our path, keep achieving whatever we're supposed to achieve in our path all the time. That restlessness should be there. While being restless, we also need to have peace. That is what is the peace I'm talking about, which is the end product of we being able to achieve this. It's not just something at a mental level having something. Yeah. Okay. This is, now I will talk about meditation. Meditation is a very beautiful path to achieve what I told you, all the six things, and finally the seventh one, the peace. Let me tell you one thing. Is my my own personal experience. I've been hearing again and again from many of them, and including myself. Most of the times I see, oh, this is what I am. I'm used to this. This is my habit. So meaning, I say that I don't want to change. I'm comfortable here at this juncture. Mostly this is related to our habits, even if we know that our habits are not correct. We are comfortable with this, knowing that that is still wrong, but we are very comfortable with those things. I sincerely request you to pay attention to this point, and then the introspect on this. Lot of the times I say one common thing: this is what I am. So this is not going to take us anywhere. Let's say, for example, I I want to go to Bangalore from Hyderabad. I start driving, okay, and after I reach somewhere, Vijayawada or somewhere, I realized I missed my route. I'm going somewhere towards VJIT. In fact, I want to go to Bangalore. So what do I do? If I say, oh, this is a very nice drive, this road is so beautiful, let me keep driving it, what is going to happen? You may end up somewhere. You may go to VJIT, but you are not going to go to the Bangalore. But that is what your destination. That is where you wanted to go. That is what is your plan. Doesn't matter however far you must have gone. A wise person will take a pause, take a U-turn, and then come back, take the right route and drive to Bangalore. We might be reaching late, but rest assured we will be reaching our destiny. This simple logic we actually forget in our life. We say that, oh, I'm used to this. I'm okay. Let me go on, right? Most of us do this mistake. It is not because we wanted to do it. Unfortunately, it is because we don't have a method which helps us to really, tone down our ego, a method which can really help us to, the mellow down ourselves, have that humility to accept, hey, I'm going in the wrong route. And we need to have a method which can show us the right direction to take a U-turn and drive back, right? That method is none other than meditation. I have not seen any other approach actually. From my childhood, I have been a sincere seeker of, I don't want to call spirituality because I have no idea of what is spirituality. Even now, I mean, I have some kind of ideas, but I'm not sure what it is. But I've been searching for a path which can take me to the right path, right direction, to the right destination. How do I know what is my right destination? You always have to connect to your heart and refer to your heart. See whether your heart is happy. Are you comfortable in the path? This one again important, the subject we missed. Instead of referring to us, instead of asking our own self, we ask others, and we try to seek the the path outside us. Meditation is a process, in fact, helps us to look at our own self, look into ourselves, find the right direction, find the right destination, and the help ourselves to do things what is to be done rather than what everybody wants us to do. So if you see this, the Ashtanga Yoga, the process, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. This is a process, the given to us in Ashtanga Yoga. So we have this meditation, dhyana, which is the seventh step. In heartfulness meditation, we start this Ashtanga Yoga with seventh step. Why seventh step? Because this is the step helps us to orient ourselves to ourselves. This is the step helps us to look into ourselves. This is the step which helps us to connect to ourselves. This is the step which gives a path to find our own destination. And then if you expand everything back to this yama niyama, then you start seeing the definitions in a different way. As I was talking in earlier in my slides. The definition of happiness, the definition of peace, the definition of many other things what we know now will change, because it is now inside out, not outside in. If we talk about yama niyama, I'm not going to take too long time. I'll be concluding here. Okay, I just wanted to give you a good example of what is yama niyama. If you see yama has a 5 angas again, niyama also. So you see honesty, that is asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha, ahimsa, and satya. So you see honesty, moderation of senses, an attitude of non-possessiveness, non-violence, and truthfulness. They look very familiar terminologies to us. There's nothing more to talk about it. I don't need to explain you what is honesty, why you need to be honest, what I don't need to tell anyone about that. I don't need to tell anyone about how to be, what is truthfulness, what is the benefits of truthfulness. But the problem is, are we honest? Are we truthful? Do we have this moderation of senses? Somewhere we are missing this. And at the same time, if you take this, the niyama is again, the tapas, swadhyaya, ishwar panidan, saucha, and santosh. So very simple things, right? But do we have all these things? That is a very powerful thing which we really have to introspect. What we are trying to do all the time is not, none of us actually born criminals, and none of us want to be on the wrong side of living. No one, believe me, no one wants to be on the wrong side of living. This is my strong conviction, very strong conviction. Everyone is a creation of God. Everyone wants to be like, these two, yama, niyama, in a true sense. But unfortunately, somewhere we lost the path, somewhere, and we are all fighting to comply this. All of us are actually trying to comply this, but we are trying to get this compliance from outside, because everyone has their own definition of explaining what is all this. Everything we are trying to comply from outside. But when we start doing meditation, when we start connecting to ourselves, when we start, establishing a connection to that something divine which is residing in us, then all these things will unfold in a true sense without we making any effort. That is the true the benefit of this heartfulness meditation, which I have been seeing, and as my personal experience. Some of the techniques like a cleaning, what we do in the evening, helps us to get rid of several of unwanted habits, unwanted things, like especially what is there in yama component, which is all like something we want to get rid of, so that we will be able to get what is put out. Okay, unless we get rid of violent character, there is no non-violence. The components what is given in yama are those like we will be able to acquire only when we get rid of those opposite component of it, right? That is about getting rid of. Niyama is something which we supposed to acquire. Okay, so this becomes very natural when we connect to ourselves, when we know the destiny. I always love to give this example, like let's say if we are driving on a road, and there is something extremely urgent to be attended, someone is in a critical condition, you need to go and help. You are on the path, If there is a traffic, what you do? You don't stand there, keep cursing those guys, and you don't pick a fight with them, right? If required, you may throw the car there and run to go and attend to it, right? But if you are not, going on the same road with any kind of a goal, if there is nothing urgent, if there is nothing important, and if nothing at all attached to it, then either we get down and see the tamasha, what is going on there, or we pick a fight, right? This is the best thing what we always supposed to look at ourselves and see where are we. If we are tightly connected to ourselves, then we don't see many things which we call them as nuisance these days. We are not at all bothered about those things. We find a way to achieve what we supposed to. Unless we achieve, we cannot help others to achieve those things, right? So most of the times, since we are not tightly attached to our goals, since we are not really knowing our own needs, we are getting disturbed. We are so agile. That is what is actually causing a negative environment. That is what is influencing on our well-being. That is again causing so many chronic ailments, like you see diabetes, you see the hypertension, you see the acidity, you see the asthma, many things. Even now the knee joint pains and back pains, and so many of these pains are happening not because you are doing something wrong in a physical sense, but it is because you are not able to maintain your thoughts in a right sense. You are not able to manage your mental well-being. That is what is triggering all these genes in the concept of, in the process of epigenetics. Several of cancers, actually every one of us carry cancer genes. Every one of us. There is no exemption in this. Okay, and it is all to do with what kind of the triggering we do, and that gene triggers, and we are now cancer patient. That is what is happening. Cancer is not something is actually inherited. There might be few genes which are inherited, but the expression of those genes are in our hands. They're not on their own. In the Western world, now there are two genetic markers for breast cancer identified. So they say that if your two generations express those markers, and you also express that marker, and they say that possibility of you getting affected by these breast cancer is very high. So they undergo the surgeries without even they get cancer, and they go for implantations. This is what is happening. It is not necessary, actually. It is not necessary. The genes might be there, but the expression of genes depend on how we behave with ourselves, how we maintain our own, the thought process, and that depends on how we are able to connect ourselves, and that is being helped by this process called meditation, and especially this method, this approach called heartfulness meditation. And I'm very happy to see that your college is with us from last 5 years, and I also visited a few times and addressed some of you, I believe. This is a great initiative, and I should really appreciate the college, and I congratulate all of you for volunteering to take part in such a wonderful exercises. And I wish you all the best. Please meditate. Any kind of meditation, any method of meditation will help us. And in this heartfulness meditation, so we teach specifically with certain techniques called transmission and the cleaning, which are directly involved in mental well-being, in taking care of the mind, and especially what I put forward here is yama niyama can become very natural to us. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for a wonderful insight on epigenetics and well-being and meditation, sir. Now I request you to go ahead, sir, with meditation, sir. So can you please guide us to meditation, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you are all ready,
Yes,
you have already gone through this exercise, right? Meditation.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I hope all of you are in nice sitting posture. If not, just adjust yourself and sit properly, comfortably, where you can sit for 10 to 15 minutes.
Sir, a small request, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry to disturb you, sir. Can you unshare this, sir? Unshare the screen, sir.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And sir, one small request, sir. Can we have a 5 minutes relaxation and then meditation session, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, correct. So I'll be giving you the relaxation and then meditation is continued. Okay. So I request all of you to sit comfortably. If possible, put your legs down and then lean back and sit comfortably. Whichever is position comfortable to you. Close your eyes gently. I'll start relaxation. Start relaxing yourself from legs. Feel your legs, your toes. Feel that energy moving into your legs from Mother Earth. Feel it is moving upward. Let the energy move upward to your calf muscles, to your knee joints, to your thighs. Feel your entire legs relaxed. Move on to your hip. Relax your hip. Move on to your abdomen. Relax your abdomen muscles. Let the energy move forward, upward. Feel your breathing. Feel your chest. Breathe slowly, gently. Move on to your shoulders. Feel the shoulders getting melted away. Your hands, elbows, your palm, fingers, your entire hand is relaxed. The energy is flowing through your hands, dripping away from your fingers. Bring your attention to your neck. Relax your neck. If there is any stress, let it go from there. Move on to your face. Feel your lips, nose, chin, your eyes, cheeks, and ears. Feel that everything is relaxed. Feel your entire body back. Relax. Start for
Hello, Sairam sir.
Sir, hello. Sir, Sairam sir, I think you are not audible, sir.
He's not talking, sir. Now he's talking. He's not audible.
Sir.
Sairam, sir. Sairam, sir.
Sairam sir, thank you very much, sir. Sir, now can we have question and answer session, sir? Sairam sir? Sir, am I audible, sir? Sudhakar sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Okay, I think sir is joining back, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir. We'll just wait for sir.
Yes, sir. Else, you can call him, sir, over phone.
Yes, sir. I'll just call him. Call sir, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, sir is coming back. 1 minute, sir.
Yes.
Sir, thank you very much, sir. We had a wonderful group meditation. Whenever we have group meditation, we become very calm, peaceful, and it strengthens us a lot, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful meditation session. Now I request the participants, if you have any queries, you can ask, and sir is here with us to answer them. I request the participants to put their queries. If they are unable to ask, I request them to please write them in the chat box. I think sir is joining back again. Sir is, unable to, his voice is not audible, so sir is going to join back again. I request everyone to be with us. Yeah, just now I spoke to sir. Sir is joining back. So as soon as sir joins, I'll be asking the queries.
Can you hear me now, Rajesh?
Yes, sir. Your voice is audible, sir. Yes, sir. We have a couple of questions, sir. No issue, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, we have a couple of questions here, sir. Can I read it, sir? Can I read them?
Sure. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, there is a question. How to control thoughts and stay with concentration in meditation?
Yeah. This is an excellent question. In fact, a very important question. If I have to put it other way, that you should never make an effort to control your thoughts. More you put an effort to control your thought gains strength. It is like, the diverting your thoughts. You need to, instead of fighting, wrestling with your thoughts, focus on that thought which you want. It is like, say, for example, when you're with a small child and the child wants something, which is harmful to the child. Whatever you do, however much you try to explain, it is not possible to make that child to understand that is harmful. So what you do in that time, you'll be taking some other toy which attracts that child, and then divert that, and immediately that effort, that whatever the disturbance the child is having will immediately disappear. Our thoughts are also like that. So if we try to wrestle with the thoughts, if we try to control the thoughts, it is like we are wrestling with the thoughts. We should never do that. We should, instead of paying any attention to those thoughts, that is the reason why I have been telling that in my talk, you should connect to your heart, so that you will find that where you're supposed to pay attention. So your focus should be in paying attention to where. So if you have to study, when you study, why you have to wrestle with the thoughts? If you are wrestling with the thoughts while you are studying, means you are somewhere lost. You are not interested in studies. Okay, so that is the time you have to go back. That is how the meditation will help. During meditation also, you will keep getting thoughts. So long as mind exists, thoughts do come. Okay, so but if you don't pay attention to those thoughts, then they will not gain strength. The moment you pay attention to that thought, that will lead to another thought. That thought will branch out on another thing, and you are completely lost yourself, right? So the best way of handling thoughts is not handling thoughts. You pay attention to where you're supposed to, rather than wrestling with your thoughts. And concentration, you cannot concentrate. Concentration is a byproduct. Concentration is a byproduct. When you do not, they wrestle with these thoughts, concentration will automatically come to you. It's a byproduct of that. Yes, Rajesh, you can ask the next question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. for illustrating it with an example of toy and a child. Thank you, sir. Now, the next question is there any particular time or what is the ideal time for meditation? What is the ideal time for meditation?
Ideal time for meditation is before sunrise. Okay. Before sunrise, usually at around the 4:30, 5 o'clock, early in the morning, before sunrise is the ideal time for meditation. Having said that, there is no other time which you cannot you cannot meditate like. You can meditate at any time. You can meditate at any place. I have my own personal experiences to my surprise. I mean, though at some time, though I was sitting in a railway station, Delhi railway station. I had a lot of time. I was just, I thought, let me close my eyes. And in such a kind of disturbed environment, in about 2-3 minutes, I'm gone. And, luckily I had somebody else to take care of my luggage. Okay. So there's nothing can disturb you. I mean, if you really want to meditate, nothing can disturb you. Wherever you are, you can do meditation, and at any time you can do meditation. But ideal time is before sunrise, early in the morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Then the next question is is heartfulness meditation the only way, or any other ways are available? That's the next question, sir.
No, there are so many ways of doing meditation. Heartfulness meditation is one of those ways. I'm talking about heartfulness meditation because I've been practicing heartfulness meditation. But any meditation is effective. Any meditation. See, let me tell you what is meditation. First of all, meditation is something that you keep thinking about one thing. If you are continuously thinking of something, that is what is meditation. In fact, we do meditation every day, but that object of the meditation keep changing, right? Sometimes we meditate on a movie, sometimes we meditate on our results, sometimes we meditate on something else. I want some of our desired dreams and all those things. But what our Vedic scripture says is, what you think, you become that. Your thoughts actually make you, right? So what you think, you become that. That's what is our Vedic sutra. So if in such case, what we supposed to think? We supposed to think about something, then there is no need to think about second thing, If we can think about something, so we become that, then there is no need to think about something else. That's that is what is spirituality. If you can meditate on such a kind of object, if you can connect to something and you become that, then you don't need to become anything else. Then there is no need of any meditation at all, right? Our ultimate goal of spirituality is that, achieving something like that. Okay. Otherwise, meditation, this is what is meditation. So that is the reason why here we say in heartfulness meditation, meditate on your heart, because heart is the one which helps you to know your feelings. And heart is the place, heart is the seat for the divinity. By meditating on your heart, you will get to know yourself, your feelings. You will be able to understand yourself. You will be able to connect to yourself. At the same time, at a next level, you will be able to connect to that which is residing in your heart. Okay, so that's why we recommend heartfulness meditation. But there is nothing there are no other meditation. There are so many other ways of meditation, and you are free to choose any method of meditation and get the benefit out of it. But meditate, that is what is very important.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for answering that question. And then there is another question, sir. Meditation is a tool for taking U-turn, but is there any tool to choose the right path?
Yes, Meditation is only the tool again. As I told you that I cannot tell you what is right path for you. You should find. How do you find? By connecting to yourself, by knowing yourself. Did you ever understand what is your feeling for something, what you are doing, whether you like it, don't like it, you want it, don't want it? No, we forgot that. Anything we do, we try to assess whether if I do it, that someone else will whether they'll be able to appreciate it, whether they recognize me by doing this, whether I'll gain something like the wealth, or whether I'll gain something something else by doing this. So we are looking at outside us, as the feedback for what we are doing, but we are not looking at ourselves to get the feedback of what we are actually doing. So the moment you start listening to yourself, the moment you start taking feedback from yourself, then you will get to know the right path. Again, meditation is the tool for you not only to identify that your path is wrong, but also to find the right path. Meditation is the tool.
Okay, thank you, sir. There is another question which says that can relaxing music play a role in meditation?
Yeah, definitely. But as I always say, I'm an academician. Okay, I try to dissect things and then try to understand it better. Okay, so that's the reason why I try to see things at different levels. Everything we do, it has phases. At a very superficial level, somewhere in the middle, and somewhere very deep. Right? When we are at a superficial level, to avoid ourselves getting distracted from many other things outside, if you play a light music, it will be definitely helpful for you. There's no doubt about it. But at another level, once you cross that level, you don't need that. As I gave my own example, doesn't matter. Forget about music. Forget about something, the quiet place. Even sitting in a railway station, you will be able to meditate. So when you can do that, when you reach that kind of a stage, why music, right? But if music can help, if this relaxation can help us to drive us through to this meditative mode, definitely you can use that. Absolutely no problem. But you have to go beyond that at certain point.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And this is from my side, sir. I have been practicing heartfulness for the past 1.5 years. And now, sir, I feel that there are some factors which influence meditation, sir. Because on the International Yoga Day, I completely went into a different trance. And sometimes when I visit Kana Shantivanam, or whenever I have meditation with Professor Nenalvi Prasad Rao Garu, or with some masters, I really feel very peaceful, sir. And what should we do? What should we do, or what are the factors which can make us more intense in meditation, sir?
Yeah, in heartfulness meditation, the special technique called transmission. It is called pranahuti in Sanskrit. It is described as pranasya pranaha, meaning this is life of the life. Okay, so this is in another way, in very loose terms, it is described as the divine energy which is transformed for the human evolution. So in heartfulness meditation, this divine energy is harvested and it is passed through the trainers to those who sit for meditation along with the trainers. So because of that transmission, it is your effort. You very effortlessly be able to get into this meditative mode. You'll be able to enjoy so quickly. So generally, it is not the case. We always say that I want music to start meditation. I want a very peaceful environment to start meditation, or all such kind of the cozy kind of place we look for. But whereas if you have this kind of transmission with you, effortlessly within a few minutes you lose yourself. you will be able to get into that meditation, and you enjoy that meditation. So we have in Heartfullness Center, Heartfullness Institute, more than 13,000 trainers all across the world. So they work voluntarily. They are, all our services are at free of cost at any level. There are no kind of the levels or anything of that sort. It's lifetime. It is free for you to reap the benefit out of it. There is a mobile app called Hearts app, which you can download. You probably, I mean, it will be nice if you can circulate the information about the Hearts app to all the participants. So you can download that Hearts app and then ask for a sitting. So the trainers like me are there across the world. So any time of the day, even middle of the night, if you at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, if you want sit for meditation and you feel that I need to sit with a trainer, and then just press that button on your mobile app. Someone in US or someone else, which is daytime for them, will be able to connect to you and do meditation along with you and give the transmission and help you to do a meditation effectively. So that's a special and a very uniqueness of it. And Kanha Shantivanam is our global headquarters, a very beautiful ashram. Due to now this lockdown, we are not permitted, but all of you are welcome. And when things, situations ease out, all of you are welcome. Like the Rajesh, you can come and enjoy that environment. It's a beautiful place. It's about the 600 acres developed so nicely, so helps you to very easily absorb into meditative mode. Yes, Najib.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I request the participants now to submit the feedback form. It is available in the chat box. I request all the participants to use this opportunity. Feedback is very important for us. So please click on the link and you can submit the feedback. And thank you very much, sir, from our side on behalf of Department of EEE and VJIT Institute of Technology for throwing insight and educating us on epigenetics, well-being, and meditation, sir. Now I request our faculty, Mr. Hussein Sheikh, to convey a vote of thanks. Hussein, sir, please propose
Great pleasure. It's a great pleasure to be with all of you. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Sir, please convey a vote of thanks, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Rajesh. Myself, Hussein Sheikh, Assistant Professor EEE VJIT. So it's my great pleasure to convey thanks to various parts of our institution. On behalf of the EEE department, first, I would like to thank the resource person today, Dr. P. Sairam Reddy Garu, for enlightening us and taking his valuable time and giving some new information. I could learn some new information today. Thank you very much, sir. I thank our management to continuously supporting us to conduct such type of events, whether it is technical or non-technical. I thank our director, Dr. Saibaba Reddy Garu, for accepting to conduct such type of events without any obstacles. I thank Principal Madam, Dr. Padmaja Garu, who always equip us with some prerequisites before any event, whether it is in department or technical or non-technical, whatever it is. And I thank our HOD, Dr. A. Sujana Garu, for being with us, for continuously guiding us, for giving suggestions, instructions time to time, timely, for a smooth conduct of especially this event. And last but not the least, Professor NLV Prasad Rao Garu, who has been the off-screen man behind this. I would say not only this event, in fact, the whole I would say that the introduction of heartfulness in our college, I would say that it is through Professor NLV Prasad Rao Garu. I thank you very much, sir. And I expect that this is, I would say that this is first session. I would say after that International Yoga Day, we did conduct. I could see that 75 participants were there, the maximum. I hope next week we are going to observe some more participants, I hope. And yeah, with this, I conclude my vote of thanks. Thank you very much. Of course, the participants across the states, whoever have joined and made this event a successful one. I thank them and I congratulate them especially. Thank you very much. Over to you, Rajesh.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Vijay Kumar, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, Rajesh.
Sir,
Very wonderful session.
sir, thank you, sir. Do you want to speak anything, sir? You want to?
Nothing. Actually, I should thank NLV Prasad Rao sir for inviting me for this event. And recently, I started my journey in yoga and meditation. And I'm thankful to all of you. And definitely, I will try to participate in future also in such events organized by EEE department. Thank you everyone, and also special thanks to NLV Prasad Rao sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
Thank you, Vijay sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Vijay Kumar, sir. Sir, now I request Prasad Rao sir also to enlighten us, sir.
Unmute, sir. Unmute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir is unmuted.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Oh, thanks to all of my brothers and sisters. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
You're audible, sir.
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir. Sir, you're audible, sir. Sir, unmute చేయండి, sir. Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Unmute చేయండి, sir. You are muted. Sir, yes, sir. You may speak now, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Please talk, sir. Please.
You're audible, sir. Please speak, sir.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Sir, you are audible, sir. Please speak, sir. Hello, sir. Am I audible? Hello, sir.
I think he is having some audio problem.
Yes. Sir, thank you very much, sir. Once again, I thank Dr. Sairam Reddy Garu. I was troubling him from yesterday night, but he welcomed me and sir received me very well. Thank you, sir. And thank you very much, sir. And I thank NLV Prasad Rao Garu, who is our backbone and who is our torch bearer,
Hello.
who always shows the right path. Sir, you are audible,
Hello.
sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, sir. Yes, sir. Hello, sir. You are audible, sir. Very important, sir. Hello, sir.
Maybe having some problem, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So I thank all the participants for being with us, and I thank especially Prasad Rao sir, and then Hussain sir and Sudhakar Reddy also. And then I thank Vijay Lakshmi madam and Satish sir and Parameshwar sir who were helping us in communicating to the participants. Thank you, one and all. Thank you, everyone. Now, can we end this session, sir? Hussain sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can.
Okay.
Yes,
Prasad
sir.
Rao sir, I think he has come back, sir. Sir is...
So we'll request
Hello,
all
sir?
the participants to join.
Pardon,
Next
sir?
week follow-up. Next week follow-up session.
Yes, sir. Every week
Hello.
we are having follow-up sessions on Friday.
Hello. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
Hello.
Sir, you are audible, sir. Your voice is audible, sir.
Thanks to all. Thank you very much. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, sir. Please speak, sir.
We'll be inviting one guest speaker.
Okay, sir.
We request all to participate
Okay, sir.
and continue the regularity patients. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir wants to convey that every week we are going to have guest speakers and we are going to have meditation sessions. So we'll be informing through the group. Sir wants to inform that. Am I correct, sir?
That's all. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Sir. Sir, now I am ending this session, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, sir.
Bye, sir.
Everyone may leave the session. I am going to end the session. Thank you.